I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Another review. This is a Patreon request for Chris Rogers. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to request pretty much any type of video, review, reaction video, movie topic video, pretty much any type of video, you can request it either send it directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. But this time it's for The Cannibal Man from 1972, which sounded familiar, and then I realized it was one of the video Nasties, because I had reviewed a long while ago, this video Nasties documentary that a very nice person had sent me. It was actually 2 DVD sets. Interesting story about the whole video nasty conundrum overseas. Take on censorship and all. Very interesting documentaries. And this was one of them. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it's called The Cannibal Man, but there's no cannibals in the movie. So when you look at that title, you think it's going to be this gore fest, or this sleazy, extremely sleazy film, or that it was about fucking cannibals, and it's about none of that. In fact, I thought it was fairly boring, slow-moving character study about a guy losing his mind, and he kills a couple people, and then there's this guy who is a gay neighbor who kind of knows what he's doing, and then things go on from there. Because the setup of the film is this guy, first off, we get some really nasty butcher stuff at the beginning, where you see real animals get slaughtered because the guy works at a slaughterhouse as a butcher. I didn't need to see that shit. I'm sorry. I love hamburgers. I love that stuff, but I don't need to see real slaughterhouse shit. I'm sorry. Call me picky, call me pansy. I'm just not for that. I'm really not. So, and I didn't really like the film. Not just because of that, but yeah, I don't think that shit's needed in a film. I get the idea he's a butcher without seeing that shit. So he's with his girlfriend, this guy named Marco, and they're at a taxi, they're making out, and the cab driver, I guess, think that it's a hooker or pimp or hooker and her John or whatever. So he gets pissed, you guys get the fuck out. And then he starts fighting the two. The taxi driver like knees Marco in the balls, fucking slapping the girl when the girl didn't fucking do anything. So to me, the guy, Marco, had the right idea, took a fucking rock and hit him in the head because he was beating the shit out of his girlfriend. So to me, Marco saved his girl's life because his taxi driver was a fucking psycho. And it was like over, what, $3 or something? Like, you owe me $3 or what the fuck? So then they get home. Later they find out that the taxi driver died. But there's no... I mean, yeah, remember, this is 1972. It's not like fucking CSI and shitload of cameras. No one would probably know that they did it. In fact, during the timeline of from that to near the end of the film, the cops never do realize, oh, well, that guy did it. Until I'll get to that. But my point is, they would have been just fine. But granted, the girlfriend said we should turn ourselves in. He's like, no, why should we do that? She's like, come on, it's the right thing to do. So then Marco just kills his girlfriend. I'm like, that escalated rather fucking quickly. But, kills his girlfriend and goes on from there. Kills a few other people who get near to his secret, which got a bit repetitive, and there's not much gore. There's a slit throat, one of those, you do this and then you tell there's fucking blood on the thing. I guess the most violent is there's a meat cleaver to the face that was on some VHS covers. That's probably why I got on the video Nasties, because of a cover like that. And pretty much the guy does this, cuts away, then you see it in the guy's face with a bunch of mush and shit on the sides of the meat cleaver. I would say that that's the most violent part of the movie. But when you think of the Cannibal Man, again, if you're looking for cannibals, it's not in the movie. He doesn't dump the bodies by eating them. He dumps them into his slaughterhouse thing. I think about, excluding the taxi driver, 4 or 5 people he kills, give or take. I just thought the film was rather boring. It is I believe, Spanish film. So I think the lead guy was doing his best, but whether it's the dubbing or whether it's something else, it didn't fly 100% for me. I mean, we did a movie that's called The Fucking Cannibal Man, and you don't even have a fucking cannibal. It kind of makes things fucking weird, and then the way it makes it seem as if it's going to be one film, and then you're not expecting this slow-moving, almost character study. I don't think it's that 100% successful with that either, honestly. There's many other films to look at that's, hell, Henry Portrait of a Killer, or other movies. And not just in horror either. There's plenty of others. It just... Did more into spoilers, starting now. Spoilers. Like, he strangles his girlfriend. Then I think his brother comes along, kills his brother. I don't even remember how he kills his brother. His brother's fiance. I think she's the one who gets the throat slit. Then his brother's fiance's father. I think he's the one that gets the meat cleaver in. So maybe it's 4. The girlfriend, his brother's fiance, and the father. So maybe it's 4. And then with the taxi guy, it's 5. So what I'm saying is not... I think it's kind of repetitive. Someone comes by, don't go in there, it's secret, go in there, boom. Boom. No, never mind. I think he does kill one more after the girl's father. So, I think there's one more. See, that's the thing. I'm already forgetting the film. Because it was boring. It was a boring movie. If people like it, that's cool. When you look at that video nasty list, I think there's a lot more films that are more interesting or more intriguing, or... As much as I hate to say it, Cannibal Holocaust was more offensive to me because of the animal cruelty and shit, but I can say one thing, it's less forgettable than this movie. And then it's trying to have this social commentary didn't want to spoilers because the gay guy finds out what's going on. He doesn't call the police for some reason. He doesn't, you know, give him, hey, I think something's going on. Instead, they start hanging out. There's a moment where they're on a pool and the gay guy pushes the lead into the pool and then jumps in after him. And they're splashing each other. And then when the guy finds out, the lead breaks a bottle ready to kill him, but then doesn't and backs off. And I guess it could be a commentary about how maybe this guy realized he was gay. And that's why he doesn't kill the gay guy, because he realizes he too is gay. I guess. And hell, there are videos on YouTube talking about how maybe this secret room is kind of like in the closet and he doesn't want people to find out his secret. And I'm like, well, I don't think this movie's... If this movie's trying to go that route, I think it wasn't that well written. I really don't. I don't think it was that well written to follow that point of view. Hell, I thought Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge was better written on that aspect than this. I mean, if that's what you want to go with on your commentary. But I guess that's the point, is that, I mean, if it was one of those things where he only killed women by that point, but didn't kill the guys, maybe that's one thing. Or he'll kill the women more viciously, but the most vicious death is against another guy, the one girl's father. So maybe you want to hint in, okay, deep down, he doesn't want to kill the guys as much, even if his brother is such, because he feels an attraction to men. But then the women he'll kill viciously because secretly he wants to like them, because he wants to be normal, but he doesn't. So it takes his frustration on women, even though it's not their fault. It's more his fault. So he takes his frustration, only kills the women, but maybe he hurts the men, or he knocks them out, or he just bullshits his way out of it, or he kills them, but kills them as quickly and as harmless as possible. And those are the boring deaths, and the more interesting or crazy or graphic deaths are the women, because he's more vicious against them, or because of his inner demon. It doesn't do any of that shit. It's like you really have to fucking, if that's what they were going with, that you really have to fucking squeeze your eyes, squint, not quint from Jaws, squint, to find the shit. And like, the acting didn't impress me. The pacing, I thought, wasn't the best. The title was completely 100% misleading. Called the Cannibal Man. There's no fucking cannibals. He's not a cannibal. Maybe shit was cut out. I don't know. The ending seems rather lame after he backs off and doesn't kill the gay guy with the broken bottle. He's like, I know what I gotta do. Calls the cops. Sits down. Then it's daytime, so the cops are the slowest motherfuckers. They're taking a sweet-ass time to find this guy. He's still sitting by his house, and then the movie ends. I'm like, really? That's it? Like, that... He just gives himself up, and... I'm kind of sitting there, I'm going... That's it? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's it. That's it. He just... I guess because he likes this guy, he just decides to call the cops, give himself up, and he sits on a fucking... in front of his house. And then the movie's over, and I don't... Not a fight, not a battle, nothing. Not even the guy getting shot by the cops, like, nothing. Just... And I don't feel sorry for this guy, because he's killing these people for his own selfish endeavors. It's like, you know what? I did. You don't want to go you don't want to get arrested. I get that. But murdering your girlfriend and your brother and all this stuff, I kind of lose any sympathy with you, man. Sorry. Sorry. If trying to do the social commentary thing, I think if it was better written, maybe the shit got cut out, or just, I don't think it was as well written as it could have been. And it's just not that exciting. It's rather boring. I Some of the sound design is not too bad. For the time, the look of the film has that, watch a lot of these 70s movies, has that gritty look, which does give a film a little bit of a character in a weird way because of that 70s. You almost feel the griminess and the cinematography in 70s movies like this. But again, it's not just to this movie, it's to a lot of movies in the 70s. So not going to give this movie the pass for that when, again, to repeat myself, a lot of movies in the 70s have that. Just go watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or various other films in the 70s. Even Dawn of the Dead. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of this film at all. It just wasn't for me. If it's for other people, that's cool. This is just not my cup of tea. What can I say? But thank you once again. Take care, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.